Swadee Krupp and welcome to Thailand News Today, the end of the week, and a week I'm fairly sure the Thai government is happy to see coming to a close. Firstly, there was the complete botch job of the special tourist visa. Will they be coming? Won't they be coming? Why aren't they coming? All that was completely messed up in a time when we're looking forward to the arrival of some tourists back to Thailand after a break of, well, more than 6 months. Also been a fairly bad week for the Royal Thai Army with some bad PR. And next Wednesday, we've got the next round of student protests. That's all coming up on Thailand News Today. An army clerk is calling out the Thai army for alleged corruption, saying he was forced to withdraw money under his name, which was then falsely documented as travel expenses. The clerk at the Army's Ordnance Material Rebuild Centre posted photos of documents on Facebook showing the withdrawal listed as a work-related travel expense. He said the documents are evidence of corrupt practices, and he used the hashtags Reform the Army and That's Not Your Tax. All power to the young man. Meanwhile, it hasn't been a particularly good day for the Thai Army, with Twitter suspending 926 accounts that are linked to the Royal Thai Army for violating the social media company's platform manipulation policies. They say the accounts were amplifying pro-government propaganda and engaging in behaviour that targeted political opposition figures. Altogether, Twitter permanently suspended 1,594 accounts from state-linked operations in Iran, Saudi Arabia, Cuba, Thailand and Russia. The company announced yesterday Thailand accounts made up the majority. And the research division of Kasikorn Bank says while the government's latest shopping stimulus package has its advantages, the benefits will only be short-term. The Kasikorn Research Centre points out that the scheme, which will run from October the 23rd to December the 31st, will only provide a temporary boost to the economy. If the stimulus goes ahead, shoppers will be given 3,000 baht cash each, with a maximum daily spend of 150 baht. The payment is intended to subsidise consumer purchases, with the exception of lottery tickets, flight and accommodation bookings, alcohol and tobacco. You know, all the good things. A senior tourism official has spoken to Reuters and told them that administrative issues were the reason for the delays in the arrivals for the special tourist visa. But other officials from other government departments have said that it's been fears for the travellers coming to Phuket for the vegetarian festival that's caused the postponement. A group of 120 to 150 foreigners on the new long-stay visa were supposed to fly from Guangzhou, China to Phuket yesterday after a 6-month ban on international tourists. COVID-19 mobile testing units were even sent to the Phuket International Airport and are there to test foreign tourists when they enter the country. But the Tourism Authority of Thailand governor says the delay is due to issues in the processing for applications and the issuing of special tourist visas. There's been lots of confusion, with a number of reports over the past week about when the flight will arrive, some saying the flight would arrive yesterday and others saying it's been postponed indefinitely. Both the Phuket governor and the National Security Council Secretary General says the flight had been rescheduled and will arrive after the Phuket Vegetarian Festival. They claim that many domestic tourists who plan on attending the festival fear the foreign tourists could have spread the virus. None of this bodes well for the country trying to reboot its battered tourist industry. And members of the Free People Pro-Democracy movement have been in Bangkok today to announce the details of next Wednesday's protest. Human rights lawyer Anon Nampa, one of the key leaders in the current anti-government protest movement, has confirmed that the rally will kick off at 2 p.m. next Wednesday. Activists will assemble at the Democracy Monument in the capital after camping out overnight as a way to force the government into responding to their demands. Turnout should exceed that of the September 19 protest in the capital, according to organisers. The last rally at the Democracy Monument attracted 10,000 plus people. The director of the Phuket airport says at least 15,000 domestic passengers are expected to pass through the airport each day during the upcoming vegetarian festival. The annual and quite bizarre event, which runs from October the 16th to the 25th this year, is expected to add another 20% to the airport's traffic each day during the festival. The event, an exotic mixture of Chinese mythology, not very good vegetarian food and plenty of fireworks, runs for 10 days each October and requires adherents to stop eating meat, drinking alcohol or having sex for 10 days. The Thaiger will be there to cover this year's events, so expect the unexpected. And Thailand has ranked number 7 in a ranking of the top 20 countries in the world by readers of Condé Nast Traveller in the 33rd Reader's Choice Awards 2020. Italy, Sri Lanka and Portugal scored the top 3 positions in the prestigious listing. Chiang Mai was placed second on the top 10 best small cities, and Koh Phangan was rated 3rd on the top 5 best islands in Asia. For Thailand, the confidence of Condé Nast readers can do little to help its tourism industry, with the borders all but closed, except for a handful of high-spend travellers. Well, at least a little bit of good news there. Thailand's still ranking high in the eyes of travellers from around the world. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. That really helps us push our rankings up. We hope you have a fantastic weekend. We will be back next week. I think Tuesday we're having a day off because it's a public holiday, but otherwise we'll be back on Monday and we'll see you then.